Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today, we are going to see the first game of three between the Cubs and Tampa Bay in Wrigley Field. This is also the fifth game of a 7-game homestand. The Cubs went 1-3 against the Brewers to lead off this homestand. Now they've got 3 against Tampa to try to even things up. Let's see what today's game has in store for us. The Cubs also have a trade to announce today, as they sent a number of prospects over to the Boston Red Sox, making another deal with the Red Sox this year. This time it was to bring over starting pitcher Collin McHugh and prospect Jeter Downs. We'll get more into the details of that trade another time. Here in today's game, we're going to see the Cubs sending Chris Archer out for start number 19. He is 6-6 with a 3.15 ERA, 1.19 WHIP. The supporting cast for the Cubs today will include Happ, Santana, Bryant, Ozuna, Contreras, Bradley, Bogaerts, Archer pitching, and Jason Heyward playing in right field. The Rays will send Yonny Chirinos out to the mound for start number 17 on the season. He is an identical 6-6 with a 3.75 ERA and a 1.08 WHIP. Very similar line to Mr. Archer so far this year. The Rays lineup will include Margot, Brousseau, Meadows, Lowe, Renfroe, Martinez, Adames, Zunino, and Chirinos. I feel like I've just pronounced a bowl of Cheerios going through the Rays lineup, but anyway, it is 69 degrees. The wind is blowing in off the lake at 10 mph, and we are ready to get this game underway. The Cubs' Chris Archer is on the mound. He is facing off with Rays leadoff hitter Manny Margot. Here in Wrigley Field, we see that Tampa Bay comes in second place in the AL East at 43-46. Cubs coming in third place in the NL Central at 42-46. Nearly identical records for these two teams. Archer now on the mound, ready to work. Here's the sign and the pitch. And that's a pop-up to center. Jackie Bradley is going to have that. He's got a line on it coming in, and he makes the play for out number 1. Brousseau now making his first appearance in the batter's box, facing off with Archer. He's looking for a 2-2 pitch, and he swings and misses for strike 3. That was a fastball at 93, and Archer just blew it by him. So that is strikeout number 1 on the day for Chris Archer, bringing up Austin Meadows, leading Tampa with 17 home runs this year. Meadows waiting for a 1-2 pitch. And that's a grounder up the middle. Happ dives, but he is not able to get a handle on it. And he does not even make a throw over to first. Meadows is safe. That's going to be counted an infield single. Fairly gracious call there for Ian Happ. And that'll bring up Brandon Lowe. 2 outs, 1 man on. 1-2 count to Brandon Lowe. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the slider. So Archer strikes out 2. The Rays strand runner would go to the bottom of the first. It is 0-0 in Chicago. Happ leading off for the Cubs against Chirinos. First pitch to Ian Happ. Here's the sign. And the windup. That's a grounder to second. Happ hits it directly at his counterpart, and he's thrown out at first, number 1. Santana now batting, switch hitter from the left side. And Santana lives that one past the first baseman into right field. That will be a 1-out single for Danny Santana. Chris Bryant now batting, 1 out, 1 man on, 1-2 count. And Chris Bryant lines that one up the middle. However, that is a tailor-made double play, 6-4-3, and Bryant grounds out to end the inning. Well, we go to the top of the second. It is still 0-0. Hunter Renfroe is going to lead off for Tampa. Top of the second inning, 2-2 count. Here's the pitch from Archer. Swing and a miss, strike three. Archer got him on the fastball. And now Jose Martinez comes up, Rays first baseman, waiting for the full count pitch. Archer working. And there's a grounder to second. Happ has it. Throws to first. Field cleanly that time. And that'll be out number 2. Adames now the batter. Willy Adames, the Rays shortstop, comes up with 2 outs and nobody on. And the 2-2 pitch. And that is strike 3 called on the circle change. Archer striking out 4 in 2 innings. We go to the bottom of the second now of a scoreless ball game. Ozuna is going to lead off for the Cubs in the bottom of the second. 1 strike pitch. And Ozuna lines that one past the third baseman into left field. That'll be a single. The leadoff single for Ozuna brings up Contreras with nobody out and a runner on first. 2 strike pitch to Contreras. Here it comes. Grounder to second. That took a long time to get there, and Contreras is thrown out at first by a half step. I feel like the second baseman played back on that one when he probably should have run up on it. The fielder's choice retires Contreras at first. Ozuna advances to second, and now Bradley is batting with a 2-2 count. Bradley swings and misses at the sinker. That is strike 3. And he heads back to the Cubs dugout. Xander Bogaerts now the batter. 2 outs. Runner on second. Bogaerts batting, trying to break this scoreless tie. 1-2 count. Here is the pitch. Grounder to third. This is going to be routine. The throw goes to first, and Bogaerts is retired for out number 3. We go to the top of the third inning. It is 0-0. And now Zunino will lead off for the Rays in the top of the third. Archer working with a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the circle change right there. That's strikeout number 5. And now Chirinos is going to bat. American League pitcher making his first plate appearance of the season. 2 strike count. Here's Archer working. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Archer sends him back to the dugout with a slider. 6 now on the day for Archer, and Manny Margot is the batter. Archer coming off a very strong performance where he threw the no-hitter in New York the last time out. Full count pitch. Grounder to short. The throw goes to first, and that will end the inning. The Rays go down 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the third. It is 0-0. Archer leading off, batting for himself in the bottom of the third. 1 ball count to Archer. Here's the pitch. Archer lines that one towards second. However, it is fielded cleanly and thrown to first to record the out. Jason Hayward now batting. He's been on a bit of a tear lately. Coming in with a .276 average and 6 home runs on the season. First pitch to Hayward. Here it comes. Hayward launches that one over the shortstop's head into center field. That's a good way to beat the shift right there. Shortstop was playing directly behind second, but it didn't matter because Hayward lined it out into the outfield. And now Happ is going to bat. He'll stand in from the left side against the righty Chirinos with Hayward on first and 1 out. 2-2 count to Happ. Here's the pitch. Popped up right center field. That is high. It is playable. The center fielder calls him off, and Margot has the catch for out number 2. Santana now batting. Again, batting from the left side. He's 1 for 1 today. Runner on first, 2 outs, and a 1 ball count to Santana. And that's popped up to left center. Margot chasing, and he makes the play for out number 3. Well, the Cubs strand a runner. We go to the top of the fourth. It is 0-0 in Chicago. Brousseau is going to lead off for the Rays in the top of the 4th inning, waiting for the 1 ball pitch from Archer. Here it comes. Grounder at Bryant at third. The throw goes to first, and Brousseau is retired for out number 1. Meadows now batting. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch from Archer. And that is lined into center field. Bradley chases, and he dives, and he makes the catch. Acrobatic play by Jackie Bradley to make the catch and retire the second out of the inning. Lowe now batting. Brandon Lowe, 0 for 1 today, coming up against Archer with 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the 4th inning. 1 ball count, Archer with the pitch. Popped up on the infield. Bogart's heading over. Bryant calls him off, and he grabs it for out number 3. The Rays go down in order in the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is 0-0 at Wrigley Field. Chris Bryant leading off for the Cubs. He is 0 for 1 today, waiting for a full count pitch. And he pops that one up on the right side. That looks playable. And Martinez is going to make the catch for out number 1. Ozuna now coming up. Marcell Ozuna, 1 for 1 today. 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. And that's lined into center field. I believe that's going to get over the center fielder's head, go all the way to the wall. This will be extra bases for Ozuna. He rounds second. He is heading for third. He is going to slide into third ahead of the throw with a triple. Ozuna 2 for 2 today, and he is now 90 feet away from scoring the first Cub run of this game. Contreras, the batter, 1 out, runner on third. Ball gets out of the infield, and this run probably scores. Let's see what happens. 2-1 count to Contreras, and he lifts that one into center field. Well, the center fielder, Margot, is coming in. He makes the catch. The throw comes home. The runner comes home, and he is out. That is a double play, fly ball and throw out at home to end the inning. That is a disappointing end to the 4th inning for the Cubs. We go to the top of the 5th now. It is still 0-0 in Chicago. Hunter Renfroe is going to be the next batter. He will lead off against Archer in the top of the 5th inning, waiting for the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. The umpire rings him up on the curveball, and Archer has strikeout number 7 on the day. Martinez now batting, 1 out, nobody on. Martinez waiting for the first pitch, and he grounds it to second. Happ has it, throws to first, and that is out number 2. Adames now batting, 2 outs, nobody on, 2-2 count. Archer with the pitch. Grounder to third. Bryant scoops it up, throws to first, and the Rays are retired in order in the top of the 5th. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. It is a 0-0 ball game. Jackie Bradley is going to lead off for the Cubs. They're sending the 6, 7, and 8 batters up in the bottom of the 5th inning against Chirinos. Here's the 1-strike pitch. There's a grounder to second, fielded cleanly, thrown to first for out number 1. And now Bogarts will bat with 1 out and nobody on base. 2-ball count. Bogarts grounds it to third. The throw goes to first, and that is out number 2. Chirinos also looking very sharp today. Facing now the pitcher, Chris Archer, with a full count. Archer waiting for the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 at the slider. Man, Chirinos threw a devastating slider right there. The Cubs are retired in order. We go to the top of the 6th. It is still all zeros in Chicago. Zunino comes up to lead off for the Rays. Top of the 6th inning, working against Archer. Archer's sitting at 67 pitches right now. 1-strike pitch from Archer. Here it comes. That's a grounder to short. Bogarts has it, throws to first, and that is out number 1. Chirinos now batting, 1 out, nobody on, waiting for the first pitch from Archer. And that is lined to right. Hayward has a line on it and makes the catch for out number 2. Pretty well hit ball off the bat of Chirinos. However, second out is recorded, and now Margot, who assisted in the double play fly out and throw out at home in the last inning. Margot coming up, 2 outs, nobody on, waiting for the 2-2 pitch. And he pops it up to right. This will be an easier play for Hayward. He comes in, couple of steps and makes the catch for out number 3. The Rays are set down in order once again. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It is still 0-0. Hayward leading off for the Cubs against Chirinos. Bottom of the 6th inning. 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. Weak grounder to the left side. The pitcher has it. He throws to first, but Hayward manages to beat it out and collect an infield hit. So, the Cubs have the leadoff runner on first, and now Happ, the batter, coming up with nobody out. Cubs trying to break this scoreless tie in the bottom of the 6th inning. 3-1 pitch to Happ. And that is outside. It is ball 4. Happ shows some good patience as he draws the walk. And that brings up Danny Santana. Santana coming up with nobody out, first and second. Chirinos in his first real jam of the game, trying to work his way through this. Full count pitch to Santana, and that's a grounder at the second baseman. The throw goes directly to first, and that is out number 1. On the fielder's choice, Hayward advances to third, Happ to second, and Chris Bryant is the batter now. Bryant steps up with 1 out, 2 runners in scoring position. 0-0 game in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bryant waiting for the 2-2 pitch, and he lines that one over the third baseman's head into left field. 1 run is in. Happ stops at third. Bryant has an RBI single, and the Cubs are ahead 1-0. RBI number 57 for Bryant on the season, and Marcell Ozuna is the batter. Runners are on the corners. There is 1 out. And Ozuna stepping up to the plate, trying to help the Cubs extend this 1-0 lead. Ozuna waiting for the 1-1 pitch. And he pops it up to left. That's going to be medium depth. The throw comes home. The runner comes home. The slide, and he is safe. Well, Happ tests the arm of Meadows, and it goes better than the testing the arm of Margot an inning ago. The Cubs do score another run on the sacrifice fly. Credit an RBI to Ozuna right there. And now Contreras comes up with 2 outs. Bryant still standing on first, and a 2-0 Cub lead. 1 ball count. Contreras waiting for the pitch. Contreras pops it up to right. This is going to be deep, but playable. The wind's going to knock it down. And on the warning track, Renfroe makes the catch for out number 3. Well, Contreras flies out to end the inning. However, the Cubs score twice, and we now have a 2-0 Cub lead going to the top of the 7th inning. Brousseau is going to lead off for the Rays, top of the 7th. Archer coming out with 78 pitches thrown, working on a shutout. Here's the first pitch. And that's going to be flied out to center field. Bradley coming in, and he makes that catch for out number 1. Santana's playing over at first. He was center fielder at times, but Bradley has held that job since they traded for him a couple weeks ago. Austin Meadows now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Full count pitch to Meadows. Here it comes. And that's a liner, but right at Happ. He reaches out and snags it for out number 2. Brandon Lowe now the batter, coming up. 2 outs, nobody on. It'll be interesting to see what they do because Archer's spot is due up third in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the first pitch. Archer working. Grounder back up the middle. Happ has it. Throws to first, and that'll be an infield single. That throw was late. When it got by Archer, it didn't look good, and the speedy Lowe made it down to first. Hunter Renfroe now going to be the batter with 2 outs. 1 man on. Archer trying to navigate the 7th inning. And here is the pitch. Oh, and he hits him. That ball went directly to his shoulder. That's got to hurt. So Lowe heads down to second. Renfroe's at first. And Nate Lowe, I don't know if he's related to Brandon Lowe or not, but he is pinch hitting, and he is going to bat from the left side against the righty Archer with 2 outs and 2 men on in the top of the 7th inning. 2-2 count from Archer. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called. Archer sends him back to the dugout. Strands 2. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It is a 2-0 Cub lead. In the 7th inning stretch today, we are going to have the one and only Joe Biden leading the 7th inning stretch, assuming that he can remember all the words to the song. Jackie Bradley is going to step up. He's going to face Chirinos in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the first pitch from Chirinos. That is popped up to right center. That'll be playable. And Margot makes the catch for out number 1. Bogart's the batter, coming up with 1 out, nobody on. And here's the first pitch to Bogarts. There's a grounder to short. The throw goes to first, and Bogarts is retired for out number 2. Chris Archer now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Archer stepping up to the plate, batting for himself in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here is the pitch. Archer lines that one at second base. That is caught for out number 3. So the inning is over. The Cubs are retired in order. We go to the top of the 8th. It is a 2-0 Chicago lead. And now, after having hit for himself, Kerry Wood is going to bring in a relief pitcher. Apparently, because there were 2 outs, that situation didn't warrant a pinch hitter. However, Barnes is going to make his first appearance as a Cub. He was traded for as part of the deal that just brought Colin McHugh from the Red Sox over to the Cubs. Barnes is standing in at 31 innings pitched. He's allowed 19 walks, 47 strikeouts, and a .465 ERA. He will face Adames Zunino and the pitcher spot in the top of the 8th. Barnes making his first appearance in a high leverage situation. Here is the pitch. There's a grounder to third. Bryant has it, slings it over to first, and that is out number 1. Zunino now batting, 1 out, nobody on, 1-1 count. And here's the pitch. And he pops up to center. Bradley heading back, making the catch just short of the warning track for out number 2. And now we're going to see a pinch hitter. And my gosh, this guy has a lot of letters in his name. We're going to say that his name is Susugo, and he is pinch hitting for the pitcher's spot. He is 2 for 15 on the season. He'll face Barnes with 2 outs, nobody on. The shift is on. And here's a 3-1 pitch from Barnes. That is low. It is ball 4. I guess that's another way to beat the shift, is if you have a good enough eye to just draw a walk. So now Margot comes up with 2 outs and 1 man on. Barnes working with a full count. Here's the pitch. That is high and in. That is ball 4. Barnes is walked 2 after retiring the first 2 batters he faced. And now he will have to face Michael Brousseau with 2 outs, 2 men on. And the Cubs hanging on to a 2-0 lead. 2-2 pitch from Barnes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikes him out on a big curveball right there. So the Cubs head back to the dugout, escaping disaster in the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is 2-0. Chicago leads. Jose Alvarado will be the new Rays pitcher. He comes in with 36 1/3 innings thrown, 25 walks, 39 strikeouts, and a .495 ERA. He will face Hayward, Happ, and Santana in the bottom of the 8th inning. Hayward waiting for the 1-2 pitch. Alvarado looks for the sign, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Hayward heads back to the dugout. That'll bring up Happ, who is 0 for 2 today, but batting from the right side for the first time. Waiting for a 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. Happ grounds it up the middle. The second baseman has it, throws to first, and that is out number 2. Santana now batting with 2 outs, nobody on. Santana also batting from the right side for the first time today. Waiting for the first pitch from Alvarado. And here it comes. Grounder to short, the throw to first, and Santana's retired for out number 3. So we go to the top of the 9th. It is still a 2-0 Cub lead. And the Cub closer, Raisel Iglesias, is coming in to pitch. He is going to face the 3, 4, and 5 batters in the Tampa lineup in order to navigate this 9th inning. Iglesias coming in with 40 innings thrown, 12 walks to 61 strikeouts, and a 2.25 ERA. Iglesias facing Meadows with a 1-2 count in the top of the 9th inning. He is looking to nail down save number 23 of the season. Iglesias waiting for the sign, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball at 98, just threw it right past him. Lowe now the batter, Brandon Lowe, with 1 out, nobody on, and another 1-2 pitch. And that is crushed. That is high. That is going to hit the scoreboard out in right field. Hayward watches, it just leaves the park. Home run number 9 for Brandon Lowe, 411 feet out to right field, into the wind nonetheless. So the Rays have cut the Cubs' lead in half. It is now 2-1, and Iglesias will have to face Renfroe with 1 out and nobody on. 2-2 count. Iglesias looking for the sign. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Renfroe heads back to the dugout as he cannot make contact. And now, Nate Lowe, who stayed in to play first base for Tampa, is going to come up with 2 outs and nobody on. Iglesias working. The shift is on. 1-2 count. Iglesias, here's the pitch. Strike 3 called, and the Cubs put this one in the books. 2-1 win over the Rays. Cubs get 2 runs on 6 hits with no errors. The Rays get 1 run on 3 hits with no errors. The player of the game is Chris Archer. He has another excellent outing. 7 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 8 strikeouts. Lowers his ERA on the season to 2.96 and improves his record to 7-6. Iglesias records save number 4 of the season for the Cubs. He did allow the solo home run, but preserved the lead nonetheless. Chirinos takes the loss for Tampa. He drops to 6-7, although a strong performance. 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs earned, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. And that is it for today. The Cubs improved to 43-46, while the Rays dropped to 43-47. Thank you for listening to Replacement Player Baseball.